The final option with rules that we are going to cover is the override. If I click Add Rule again, I am going to select the lecture meeting type and a specific subject. This subject is required to go into the building that we excluded in the first rule. That is what we would call an exception, and we can use the override functionality to allow these rules to work together rather than to be conflicting. I will go to the Building tab and select the building that we excluded in the first rule. I'll change the mode to required, and then I'll select the override checkbox in the top of the tab. Click OK to save the rule, and you will see the text is green and the box is red around it. This is letting us know that this rule is an exception to a previous rule. There are two important things to remember about the override rule. First, the override rule must be below the rule it is overriding. This is the only order of the preferences that matters. It does not have to be directly under it, but at least a higher number in the sequence. Second, the override must be in the same column as what it is an exception to. As I was overriding a previous building exclusion, I must have the override checkbox in the building column. A very common use of the override feature is to exclude all sections from being assigned to a specific room, and then using the override tool to allow specific sections to be assigned in the excluded room. As mentioned, it's important to note that the order of the rules does not matter. The optimizer has an algorithm pattern that it goes through, so you can order your preferences however you would like, keeping in mind, of course, the override requirements. You can continue to build as many rules as needed, and then click Save or Save and Close to save your preference set.